Good evening, everyone. This is Efrat from Tel Aviv. We're back again in the streets. It's the end of the protest. I'll show you some people still dancing here. There's some music and dancing, but basically the protest is over tonight. And I wanted to share with you some updates about what's going on in Israel. Okay, so I'll start. We were thousands again tonight in the street protesting against the green passport, the Vax Pass, and for our civil rights and our sovereignty, of course. Okay, here's the update. First thing, the booster, the third jab, is imposed on everyone who took 2 jabs from starting a few days ago without FDA approval. This is from 12 years old onwards. And without checking adverse reactions. There is hardly any checks from the Ministry of Health. So more than 2 million people who have already been vaccinated twice have not taken the booster so far, around 2 million, and will be deprived of their basic human rights. The Ministry of Health, this is a funny story, listen to this. The Ministry of Health published a post a few days ago on Facebook on the effectiveness of vaccines with very few side effects. The citizens turned this post on their heads and they bombed it with 25,000 comments of citizens. The comments were adverse effects, adverse reactions of themselves or friends or family of them. During the night, the Ministry of Health deleted about 5,000 comments out of the 25,000 of the post. So an article was published on mainstream media this time because they couldn't not cover it, it was too big, about the deletion and censorship of citizens. By the way, Israel reported to the FDA only 1 adverse effect of the booster, only 1. I'm continuing in part 2. Is that the Ministry of Health is ignoring most adverse reactions reporting and hides them from the public. Actually, in fact, until a few days ago, there was not even a way for citizens to report on any adverse reactions that they had. Only a few days ago, the Ministry of Health developed this feature in their website and started posting a link to this page saying, here, you can report here. Where were you for 9 months that people got hurt? Tens of thousands of people got hurt from the vaccines and they had nowhere to report it. Okay, I'm continuing. On October 1st, 50,000 complaints from citizens were submitted to the police against the state of Israel about the green passport. 50,000 citizens complained. More. Israel is launching a new app for the green passport, and in the coming months we'll do everything to get people to adopt it and use it, so that in the future, most probably, according to Bennett, he said it about a year ago, it will not be possible to live without this technological application that is basically surveying wherever you go and whatever you do. So it starts with a vaccine passport, but it continues to many other features, and we know that, like social scoring, etc. The wild incitement continues in Israel. There's a real witch hunt against the unvaccinated, and it's not stopping. And obviously they're continuing to target the kids. But members of the Knesset, which is the Israeli parliament, are exempt from presenting the green pass when they come to the Knesset. What do you know? They are in a different hierarchy than us. What else? The government is shifting the responsibility of discriminating and enforcing the green pass to business owners and teachers in schools. Fines are expected for those who do not enforce the discriminating pass. The police announced they'll be dealing mainly with this in the coming weeks. And lastly, business owners are protesting too, mostly in fear of losing business and crashing. There's a lot more, but I'll keep updating you as we go. Thanks for being with me.